Hello again, it's Patrick here from the Razor's Edge with Stuart from OHHMS.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Equally as well, thank you very much.
Excellent. OHHMS have literally just finished on the second stage at TechFest, and wow, what can I say, an amazing set.
Thank you.
It had everything, it was loud, it was heavy.
Mainly loud.
Yeah,
that's what we go for.
I really enjoyed it, and I know a lot of other people did too. I heard a bit of a buzz afterwards. So how did it feel being up there, Stuart?
It felt really good. I think, I might be wrong on this, I think that was our first gig this year.
Really?
I'm fairly certain, unless time has gone differently.
Wow.
We might have done one towards the start of the year.
Yeah.
But it's honestly, it's so good to be back. I love the festival environment anyway. It was very welcoming here.
Yeah, the atmosphere here is amazing, isn't it?
It's just so much fun. Absolutely. As I said before we went on, I've been here since Thursday, soaking it all in and enjoying it to its fullest, because why not, you know?
Yeah, if you can.
Exactly, yeah. If your body can handle it, which we're touch and go at the moment. But
have you been to TechFest before then, or?
I've not.
No.
It was actually my decision for us to play here. Maybe decision is the wrong word. I asked if we could play it because all of my friends come every year, and they always like, you have to come. And the last time was cancelled, maybe, or was it the time before? I was busy that weekend. We were on tour, I think. So I unfortunately couldn't make that. So I was like, right, we have to play it so I can go. I know I'm going to be there because I'm playing it.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's all worked out well for you then.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really fun.
Do you know any of the other bands who have been playing this weekend then, or?
I've heard, a bunch of the other bands. I know Pupil Slicer are from our neck of the woods in Kent.
Yeah. In fact, I think their bassist gave you a little shout out for being a Kent man as well. So.
Yeah. And there are others that I'm aware of. I've met a few of them as well, but off the top of my head, I can't remember all of the names of them. But it's been a great. It's been a great weekend so far. Excellent. As an audience member, let alone as actually playing. So it's sort of just it's extra cool for me.
So talk us through a bit about the history of OHHMS and how it all began.
So OHHMS actually began before I was a part of it. I joined 3 albums ago. And it started with I was aware of the band. I actually played one of OHHMS' first show, but in another band.
Right.
So I think they were like main support to my old band at the time. And I knew Cheney, the bass player, through uni, because we both went to uni together.
Yeah.
They actually, if I'm getting the story right, started it as a sort of one EP and done.
Right.
Out of another band from a band called Babies 3, which is like an old Kent kind of hardcore band.
Right.
And then they were like, oh, let's carry on. Go a bit down more the doom side, have longer songs, and it just so happens that a spot was opening up. God, I don't even know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago now.
Right.
And as I know Cheney quite well, he said, "Do you want to come and join?" There was a few more steps involved. I was actually in another band with Cheney that he's still in, called Traps.
I've had those mentioned to me this weekend to check out.
Because Max, the drummer from OHHMS, is also in Traps. There are 2 pieces now. They're playing Arctangent if you're going to that this year. It kind of bent, turned and twisted along the way. And done some pretty fun stuff, and that's what it's about, isn't it?
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I imagine between the band members you have a lot of different interests musically, and listen to a lot of different things. I can certainly sense an amalgamation of so many bands and genres.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Each one of us draws from a different place. Which is whenever someone says, "What are you as a band? What genre?" I say, honestly, I have no idea. We have elements of this and elements of this. It's not as easy pigeonhole, I suppose. Which is good in our favour, because it means we can play TechFest, we can play Bloodstock, we can play Arctangent, we can play a bunch of different things.
Yeah, gives you options, doesn't it?
We can just kind of cater the set a little bit around what the audience style, I suppose.
Yeah.
Having said that, we ended with an older song today, The Anchor, which is like not tech at all. It's just really slow and low.
I really appreciated that one because I do come from more of a kind of doom background, stoner rock background, so
yeah,
that one got my head banging, I must say.
So I put the set together for this.
Oh right.
Again, because it was my idea. We came here. I was like, I'm going to put this set together.
They left you to do all the work.
It was like, I sort of took it upon myself to do it, to be honest. And I was like, we played 2 of the new album, one of which is already out, the Mephisto Waltz, and the other one called Blood Feast, which I'm not actually. Let me just check my notes before I say this. Yes, so Blood Feast is the next single we're putting out in November.
Right.
And that's the one we played today.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, well, Firearms is my favourite song off Exist. And then Alive is one of my favourite songs off Close, but it's also got a nice opening guitar part to it. So I thought that's an obvious opener. What's the obvious closer? I was like, right, let's just go Anchor, go heavy, and make people hurt their necks.
I think it worked. Mine's definitely hurting.
Me too, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow, waking up in that tent is going to be a bit painful.
Speaking about the new album, there's been a delay in that, is that correct?
I believe, yeah, it's out in March next year. Yes, to some degree there was been a delay, but it's kind of swings and roundabouts, and it was either late this year or early next year. So it's not too big of a deal. I don't think it means we can start next year kind of fresh. Try and hit the touring circuit, do some more festivals, because we've got a more fresher release by a few months.
Is there much left to do on the album release, or?
It's all done. Everything's finished. Yeah, we've handed it in now. It's out of our hands.
Yeah,
it's all up down to the label to do the rest of the legwork.
I like a few sort of little horror movie references in.
So yeah, the album itself, every song has a horror movie reference to it.
Right. You mentioned Blood Feast, which is I think is that.
It's an old
Herschel Gordon Lewis.
I think so. I'm not the guy who is in charge of the that side of it. That's definitely come out of Paul's brain because he loves his horror.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know his podcast. You can it's all over it. He's doing a year in horror, so
I've heard.
He's all over it.
No,
but so each song will be a draw from a specific movie. We've got a bunch of really cool artwork coming out with with the songs. We've got a new T-shirt which is here today, which is the album cover for it. It's just one colour of white T-shirt, but the actual album is like loads of different colours. It honestly looks amazing. So it's just really cool to kind of get out there. The album itself, if you've heard Mephisto Waltz, which is the single you put out, is a little bit different to some of the other stuff. I know you were just saying you liked the old and slow doom stuff, which has elements to it, but it has kind of got a bit of a faster kind of punky vibe to it.
That's good. That's good.
Not your epic 22-minute songs which we've done in the past, but it's a nice. It's a nice change, and it means when we do go out and do tours, we can kind of draw from all of the albums
it up a bit,
and then have a bit of a flow throughout the set. A bit like we tried to do, I suppose, today with some new songs and stuff.
I think it worked well. I think the flow of the set was good, and the songs followed each other well. And
absolutely, and we get asked to play the Anchor literally all the time. So I was like, right, let's just do it. Man.
I liked particularly the poster for the tour, for the mini tour that you've got coming up.
Yes.
So a very old school horror.
Old school horror. That's the vibe we've got going on. Yeah. It's a very very. A lot of it's quite graphic. I'm not going to lie. But in a kind of still like not putting you off kind of way. I'm hoping anyway. You haven't seen them all yet, but no, they're very good. They're very nice. Yeah.
So you're looking forward to that little tour that's coming up?
Yeah, so it's broken up over a few months. It's not, unfortunately, all in one stint. We're saving that for when the album comes out. We're just doing some dates dotted around. Really looking forward to getting that back out again, though, because, like everyone, or every band here has been stuck for a few years. I know you've probably had interviewed hundreds of people today who all say the same thing, so I won't touch on it too long. But
no, it's personal to everybody, I think, isn't it? And myself, I think probably live music was the biggest thing that I missed. When we were in lockdown, and I was just crying out to see a band live.
There was a lot of times especially I was sat at home on YouTube watching live sets, and
you
know, you go through all of the I know Download and Reading did their like we should be on now, but here's some footage. I went through all of them, like all the Glasso ones, just as like and you have that feeling, like the yearning that you didn't know you had in you, of like, oh man, I miss playing gigs, I miss being at gigs, the whole atmosphere of it, especially for festivals. Like I said, the atmosphere is just unbeatable. Even compared to like going to see your favourite band as a one-off show in London, for example, still I don't think beats the atmosphere of being at a festival.
It was definitely a case of not appreciating what you've got till it's gone, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and no one necessarily saw it coming. It was,
no.
So it just went on and on and on. So yeah, I mean, I know all of us are really itching to get back. I think next year we're going to try and hit it quite hard. Try and get on a bunch of the festivals and do as many tours as we can, and just enjoy the time of it, really. Especially with new material coming out, we can kind of showcase that. So definitely looking forward to that.
Brilliant. Yeah. So last few bands of the day, is there any that you're looking to catch?
I've got the list on my phone. I am gonna see the Novelists. I'm really looking forward to them.
Right.
To be fair, from now onwards is pretty stacked with some
solid,
like Pupil Slicer again. Yeah. So definitely seeing them. Grab a beer, find a nice spot to stand or sit if you're feeling really knackered, and then just like close out the day with as much as I can absorb as possible. I think so. I won't have too many breaks from bands. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth. The occasional beer and the occasional wee, and I'll be in there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to wrap this up because I really want to go see Party Cannon.
Yes, I'll join you on that, to be honest.
So thank you so much, Stuart.
Worries, thank you.
Thanks for the show. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
And looking forward to the album.
Yes, looking forward to getting it
obviously out. The shows that you're going to play in support of that.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we'll meet you again.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website www.therazorsedge.rocks.